Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. This is Zap, or Get Zapped, however you prefer to know me, or also that guy trapped in Erosium's basement. This is not a cry for help. Today I wanted to give you all some info on the Darkmoon Faire, which is currently ongoing, and also how you can utilize it for easy profession knowledge once a month. So for those of you that don't know, the Darkmoon Faire is a monthly recurring world event that takes place on the mystical Darkmoon Island. It's ran and led by Silas Darkmoon. He's a gnome. He's got a giant ogre bodyguard. If you've played Hearthstone, you probably recognize him from the battlegrounds. But did you know that you can use the Darkmoon Faire to get easy profession knowledge and easy profession ranks just by doing a quick quest that takes maybe 20 seconds if you know what you're doing? Well, just keep watching, see what you need, who you need to talk to, and what you can get as a reward. Every profession quest will provide 3 knowledge, that's 3, for the associated profession, be that alchemy, engineering, enchanting, other professions that I'm not going to name off entirely because you're going to see them later in the video, and also down in the timestamps at the bottom, I'm going to have it separated out for you. Some of the quests are going to require you to bring materials with you to the fair that you can't really buy at the fair easily. But don't worry, I'm going to show you where you can get them and how you can obtain them before you even show up, as well as give you a heads up as to which professions actually require something extra. A majority of these items can be purchased from trade supply NPCs or innkeepers. If you're Alliance and you're looking for a trade supply NPC, maybe Shady Mistrunner in Thunderbluff or Theron Boudin in Goldshire if you are just right next to the portal, but you will get to see those in just a moment. And to get to the fair, visit an NPC in any major city or make your way to the portal yourself. The portals can be found outside of Thunderbluff or in Goldshire in the Owen Forest if you are Alliance. Alrighty, if you are Horde, if you are entering Orgrimmar and you fly up to just this little second story here, right up next to the Flight Master, you will see a Darkmoon Faire representative. Once my game decides to load everything in right here next to this banner, if you talk to the Darkmoon Faire Mystic Mage, ask to take you to the staging ground for the mere price of 25 copper. She'll teleport you to Thunderbluff. Once you are in Thunderbluff, I would highly advise, if you are any of the classes that are looking to purchase something, such as Morning Glory Dew, or any of the trade skill items, I suggest you travel up to Thunderbluff and speak to either Kuruk, who can sell you moonberry juice, melon juice, etc., or Shady Mistrunner, who will sell you your coarse thread, your salts, your dyes, everything you will need for profession quests in the future. So again, that is going to either be Kuruk or Shady Mistrunner, who can be found right here in Thunderbluff. If you are a tailor, as you enter the Darkmoon Faire, you will find Selena Dowerman. She's going to ask you to plant some banners. You will need 1 coarse thread, 1 blue dye, and 1 red dye, which can be bought before you actually enter the island. But what is a fair without banners and signage? Go ahead and create a banner with fair information, and give the fair information officer a hand with your tailoring skills by making a banner and then staking it in a rock. So once you have all the things required and you use the banner kit that she gives you, which is right here, you will have to find a group of rocks in the ground, which you can see are right here, these loose stones, and you'll be able to plant your banner. If you are an alchemist, you will want to stop here at Selenia at the food and drink booth. She is experimenting with a new drink and she needs your help. Bring 5 moonberry juice, which you will purchase before you ever make it to the Darkmoon Island, and you will combine it with 5 of the Fizzy Fair drink, which is going to be right here. Not the Fizzy Fair drink classic, but the actual Fizzy Fair drink. You'll have an item that you can combine it with, and then once you combine it, it'll create 5 of their new drink, and you can turn in your quest for your 3 profession knowledge. If you are a blacksmith, Yeb Nebelgear will want you to try and craft some new horseshoes for their horse baby, who I will point out is not actually a baby. It is a horse. Let's see. There are going to be some anvils not too far away, which I will show you in just a moment. Let's see if you go to the replica armor booth, which is going to be just north here a little bit. It's this big green and purple tent. There's an anvil right here that you can use to craft those horseshoes. Once you get those horseshoes crafted, go ahead and take them all the way back over to Yeb, who is going to be to the south, back by the petting zoo, and get those horseshoes put on Baby. Baby will thank you, especially if you're not putting Baby in a corner. If you are into cooking or fishing, Stamp Thunderhorn is the food vendor, and he is here to help you reach your goals with either of these. If you are a fisherman, he will want you to bring him some missing fish, which requires you to go to the pier and use your fishing skill. Why he can't just ask the fishing trainer is beyond me. But as the player, equipped with a fishing pole and some gumption, you're more than able to help him. Also, if you bring 5 flour with you to the island, you can help him create some frog legs. You're going to combine the 5 flour with a bag of frogs. You will be hopping mad once you try Stamp's new creation. Sage the Null Mystic is who you are going to be looking for if you are an enchanter or a scribe/inscriptionist. If you are an enchanter, he is going to task you with going around the fair and looting and then disenchanting discarded weapons. And if you are a scribe, he is going to expect you to have brought your own light parchment that you can combine with some special inks that he gives you to create fortunes of the future. If you are looking for the discarded weapons, let's see if I can find one without actually picking up the quest here. And we'll show you what they look like. They're usually laying in little groups of, or little bunches of newspaper. Unfortunately, Zap is blind. I may have to actually pick up the quest to see them, because then they will be shiny, but give me just a moment. Here we go. We have a mace trapped under a bunch of paper. This is what you're looking for if you are an enchanter. If you are a miner, a engineer, or a leatherworker, I believe. Yes, if you're a miner, an enchanter, or a leatherworker, you will want to seek out Rinling, the skeet shooting proprietor. He is going to ask you to do a couple of different things. If you're a leatherworker, bring 10 shiny baubles, 5 coarse thread, 5 blue dye with you to Darkmoon Island, and he will ask you to make some of the toys that they give out as prizes for the fair games. If you are a engineer, he's going to ask you to pick up some tonk parts and repair them with a wrench he gives you. And if you are a miner, somehow he wants you to pick up replacement parts and make them ready. Why or how that makes you a better miner is beyond me, but he gives you the points for it regardless. So pick up some tonk scrap and bring it back to him and you're ready to go. If you are a skinner, an herbalist, or a jewel crafter, you will want to seek out Kronos here in the back southeastern portion of the fair. He's back here with a couple of carnies. If you are a jewel crafter, he's going to want you to find some shiny glass on the ground, which looks like broken bottles, that he can turn into jewelry for the carnies. If you are an herbalist, he's going to want you to go around and collect some of the purple flowers that are on the ground, which you can see right here. And if you are a leather worker, he's going to want you to go through with your trusty knife and go ahead and tan some of the hides that are around. And let's see if I can spot any just off the bat. These are a lot easier to find if you actually have the adequate profession. I do not, so I'm having issues finding it. So you won't get a screenshot or an image out of Zap right this second. But ultimately, he is the last NPC, if you are following along, that you are going to need to find for any of your major profession gathering needs. But ultimately, if there are things you are trying to find or do Here at the Darkmoon Faire, there's almost limitless possibilities. If you were following in the steps of a certain gold farming Erosium, it might be pretty beneficial for you to show up and pick up some free dragon knowledge or some free profession knowledge here at the Darkmoon Faire. But I highly encourage you to stop, smell the roses, collect some mounts, pets, pretty much anything else there is to do some dailies, and just have fun once a month at the Darkmoon Faire. Catch a concert with the level 85 now, I believe, Elite Tauren Chieftains, or even go mosh in the pit for a secret surprise and possibly some toys. It's entirely up to you, but remember, at the end of the day, this is a game, and we are here to have a blast. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I have been Zap, or Get Zapped with GamingHero.io. I am also the lead moderator for the Gaming Hero Discord. I would absolutely love to have you if you are new to the game, or even a veteran, or if there are any questions you have about any MMO. We are here to learn. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for your support. Feel free to check me out on Twitch. I stream at least twice a week on Saturdays and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is GMT plus 6. And I also stream occasionally here and there. Feel free to check out my coffee if you want to continue supporting what I do. I get to keep almost all of the money you guys donate to my coffee. So if you want to donate to me directly and make sure we can keep doing interesting things like this, that is the place to do it at. But ultimately, thank you so much for your time, and keep being awesome. See ya, Gaming Heroes. Zap out.